London has over 192 museums, and you shouldn't visit them all.
We're going to help you in this video figure out which ones are right for you by sharing 5 very popular ones, the ones that we think are really great and worth visiting.
Excellent.
Figure out what's right for you. Hi, I'm Jordan.
And I'm Erica, and we're your guides abroad. We've lived all over the world, and we feel most at home traveling. We're not just here to show you what we've done, though. We'll tell you how to do it.
I know what you're thinking. Europe, museums, pretty boring. It's a cliche to go visit them, but we really think, hence you're watching this video, to carve out some time to check them out for 2 reasons, especially in London, is some of the best museums are free, and we're gonna point you to those right there. And then number 2, when you're thinking about the British Empire, it's the largest empire in the world, and they collect a lot of artifacts or loot. And so this is a lot of the stuff the British stole. It's a popular podcast. It's fun to listen to podcasts and then go actually see the stuff that they took and the history behind it. And even in the National History Museum, they have all these plaques up all over the wall to kind of be like, yeah, we took this, but we can now share it with the world and learn from our mistakes. And it's like this nice little way of like, addressing the history without doing anything about it.
And also, let's be honest, it rains a lot in London. Yeah, so if you're looking for a rainy day activity, museum.
Let's jump right in then to these top museums. We'll start off with number 1.
The first museum, and actually the first 3 on our list, are going to be the 3 main museums on the Exhibition Road in South Kensington, and these are such good ones. The first one is the Victoria and Albert Museum. So entry here, free, yay.
Yay, big win.
But you do have to pay for special exhibits. So it was founded in 1852 and named after Queen Victoria and Prince Albert.
They also call it the V&A Museum.
Yes, they do. So this is known as the Museum of Art and Design. In here, you'll find 2.27 million objects. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Right when you enter, make note of the really special glass chandeliers, the Chihuly glass chandeliers that are hanging.
They're hard to miss.
They are very hard to miss.
The entire building is beautiful. All these museums on Exhibition Road, the architecture alone is worth checking out.
Yeah. So this museum, fun. If you are there on a Friday night, they're open late on Friday nights until 10 p.m. We used to go there for date night.
It was lovely. They serve alcohol. Not like you need alcohol to have a good time, but it's great. You just grab a drink, you can walk around, check out the exhibits. It's a cool event.
And this is my favorite part of the V&A. It is
the cafe.
The cafe! It is stunning, spectacular. It's the first museum cafe in the world. If you go there when somebody is playing piano, it is even more magical. I used to even love to just pop in there, grab lunch, and sit in that wonderful cafe. So even if you don't want to visit the museum itself, go to the cafe.
And there are cafes now, and they're all over London. It's almost comical how many cafes there are, and all the museums have cafes. Another one down on our list even has a full restaurant inside of it. So don't worry, you can spend a lot of time here, get food, drink, relax. I should admit this, but I get confused between the V&A and the Natural History Museum. They are very obviously different, right? But I just get mixed up which one is which. So the Natural History Museum is this gorgeous building. It was also built in the 1800s. It's on Exhibition Road.
So you get free entry, but be sure to book it online because it does book up. This is a super popular museum, and you will understand why when you walk into Hinsey Hall.
Oh, it's amazing.
Should we even give it away? I don't know. Should we give it away?
We should. Okay. Yeah, because I got good footage of it. So they have a giant blue whale skeleton up there. It washed ashore, I believe, in Ireland.
Yeah.
And then they fixed it all up, man. They hang it from the ceiling. But just the hall itself, it's so cool. Look at all the stonework. They have monkeys built into it. Everything is unique in there. There's this giant redwood tree at the one end of it, it's from 800 years, it's over 800 years old, and they have it all dated. The hall itself is gorgeous. And from the halls, you spread out into the different zones where they have different exhibits of dinosaur bones from England and dinosaur exhibits and a T-Rex. And anyways, Erica will talk about the zones and the color.
Ooh, but before I tell you about the zones, I do want to tell you a little bit more about the blue whale.
Oh, please, go ahead.
She's been nicknamed Hope. That is her name. It took them 3 years to restore her. So she was found by a fisherman on the coast of Ireland. Okay. It took them 3 years to restore. And those bones weigh a whopping 4.5 tons.
Very cool.
I think that's very cool. So you're going to be standing right under that. Get excited. I mean, it's kind of crazy when you think about it, right?
It is nice, yeah. And Darwin's looking over, and it's all good. It's all good there.
So there are 4 zones in the museum. It's really easy to get lost, but you'll enjoy any part of it. So the 4 zones are the blue zone, where you have dinosaurs to mammals, the green zone, which focuses on the planet's evolution, The red zone that focuses on the forces that shape our planet, like volcanoes and tsunamis, and the orange zone, which is the Darwin Center. I gotta say, our kids loved the dinosaur zone, a little freaked out by it. I also really loved the escalator in the red zone that goes up into this metallic sphere. I thought it was a volcano. I tried to find something online reinforcing that.
Yeah, and at the bottom that is the most complete skeleton of a stegosaurus ever found too. Anyways, we're giving it away. Go check it out. It's really cool. It is free to enter. As we said, they do ask for donations at some of these museums.
Yeah.
So they make it really easy. Drop your change in, or you can like use a bunch of Apple, paying devices to do it too. Anyways, you do what you want to do.
It never gets old coming here.
The next one, Exhibition Road, is the Science Museum. This is also one that you probably want to book early. Gets a big line out the door, especially during the summertime. So when you first enter, they have a great exhibit on steam engines, because I mean, it's Britain, for crying out loud. It's like the birthplace of the steam and industrial revolution, especially Scotland. Learn all about it, walk through it. You see the space exhibit, which is really cool. We actually did a silent disco there years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And it was pretty fun to dance underneath all the spaceships and, as a silent disco. It was cool. Our new favorite thing though is go to the very top of the museum and they have a big aviation display. So many different planes from hot air balloons to modern aircraft. Our kids love it. It's really cool. It's like in the attic. So it's a really fun place to check out. Grab the lift to go right up to the top.
Henry's having a great time taking pictures of all these old planes.
We've been focusing on museums on Exhibition Road in South Kensington. We know you're going to travel all around London. What we recommend is grabbing our one-page download. It's a perfect day out in London to hit up all these great sites and things like that. Erica made it. She'd give it to her friends to get them out of the flat. Click the link down in the description below to download it.
This museum was opened in 2000 and 2020 is the most busy museum in all of the UK, and it's the top 4 most busy art museum in all of the world. This place is absolutely amazing. It is housed in an old power station, the Banksea Power Plant in the borough of Southwark, and this is the place to go if you're looking for modern art. Welcome to the Tate Modern.
So again, this is a free entry museum, but special exhibits are an extra fee. So the Tate Modern is located on the south side of the river, and you are a pretty close walk from either the Southwark or the Blackfriars tube stop. So if you get off of Blackfriars, you just walk across Millennium Bridge, gorgeous stroll, and you hop off at the Tate Modern.
And if you grab your one-page download for itinerary day, you'll walk right past the Tate Modern when you cross the Millennium Bridge.
Yeah, so get that download.
Tate Modern is housed in the Bankside Power Station. This power station was built in the 60s and 70s, then converted to a Tate Museum in 2000. It took about 5 years for the architects to achieve their vision, and they continue to do work on it as I talk.
The Tate Modern has over 100 years of modern and contemporary art inside of it. It usually makes the news when there's like a toilet on exhibit there. Last time I went, I didn't see a toilet, but you'll find some really interesting and unique modern art when you're there. Yeah. It broadens your mind.
It sure does.
I love it. That's the whole idea of these museums, right?
Yeah. All right, so we still have another museum. Oh, and a bonus. We didn't even tell you that there was a bonus.
Surprise. You're this far in the video. Yeah, it's all good.
You're gonna make it all good. Bonus. I do want to point out something. So if you don't like modern art, don't go to the Tate Modern. If you don't like science, don't go to the Science Museum. A lot of our friends will ask us, what museum do we have to visit? And I want to say the one that you want to visit. So I hope this video is helping you. Thank you, I know. But I hope this video is helping you narrow down like, ooh, this sounds great, or ooh, this sounds even better, or ooh, no thank you. So that you can choose like the 1 or 2 that would just be really fun for your trip. Also, stick with us, because we do have an article with even more of the best museums. We didn't want to overwhelm you in this video. So if you are wondering why the Imperial War Rooms are not on here, or the British Museum is not on here.
It's an okay museum.
I don't think you're allowed to say that.
It's okay, it's cool stuff, but yeah.
You're not allowed to say that.
Imperial War Room is really cool. Is it really?
Yeah, the Rosetta Stone is at the British Museum.
How did it leave Egypt? That's so weird. Interesting. Wow.
Anyway, we have more in our article, and it'll help you figure out what you want to see. Now back onto our show, museum number 5, and then stay tuned for the bonus.
Thanks for sticking with us. Number 5, very different from all the other museums on this list. This is the Transport Museum, as in the Transport for London Museum.
We love the TFL.
We really do. Yeah. We do. I love it. So you learn all about the underground, in the bus, and cycle hires, and all the ways you get around London. Because I gotta admit, the transport of London is like ingrained in the history of London.
Yes.
You know, World War II and well beyond, and like shapes kind of like the culture of London is how you get around it.
Yes.
What are you going to say?
I was going to say it doesn't just show you present day,
Okay.
it shows you like the history of transportation in London, which I thought was much cooler than I expected.
It really is,
It
yeah.
was super interesting.
They even do like bios, like on a guy who was like a buggy whip driver, you know, a buggy driver for like forever. And then, you know, cars came out and then he was, you know, obsolete, and how emotionally draining that was on him. So anyways, really interesting.
While this is not a free museum, no, you do pay, and it's an annual pass. So if you happen to want to go again, or you come back to London next year or whatever, it's an annual pass, so it's good for a year. Also, kids go free, and you are probably going to visit Covent Garden on your trip sometime, I have a feeling, and this one is located right in Covent Garden. You are literally like 1 to 2 minutes walk away from the Covent Garden tube stop.
There you go. It's right in the corner. It's kind of hidden in the corner, but well worth it. We also like it as a restaurant in it, and a really nice, they all have gift shops, but a gift shop in a nice restaurant, so it's really easy to keep the kids entertained and fed while you're there.
If you have kids.
If you have kids. You made it this far. Bonus time. All right, this is a cool one. It's kind of like one of those secret things of London. It is so cool. It's like a ride also. So it's at the Postal Museum. You have to pay to enter it because Postal Service is now private in England. Museum's amazing, but what we love is the mail rail. It is an original system. It's like a secret underground tube station, but only for moving mail around London. So you can actually ride the train itself. Like you can be like a cargo, you can be a piece of mail. But it's like this multimedia experience. It was really cool. The kids loved it. Yeah. We loved it. You just have to book.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. Great history. You just have to book in advance. Not too hard to do. And it's well worth checking out. All right, so there's so many that didn't make our list. Hence, we have an article down in the description below. Click that, and you can learn all about the British Museum, the National Gallery, and also the Portrait Gallery. I love the Portrait Gallery. They always do like old people and new people and all these like celebrities. It's just really well done. Yeah. So check that out. Learn more down below to help you figure out what museum is right for your trip to London. Because I gotta admit, you should do one. It's really cool. Like I said, especially if it starts raining on you, you can just duck into one of these national museums. It's gonna be free. Grab a tea, grab a coffee, enjoy yourself.
That's the best part is the cafes. I love it. I love it.
You'll usually find Erica at the V&A listening to the piano. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great trip to London.
Thank you.